Alright guys, this is the project I have today. You've seen a review of these solar panels that I have, and I'll put the information on the description below. I ended up going to my hardware store and decided to get aluminum rail, so which these are the numbers for it right here. Okay, so I'm gonna mount these solar panels. 1/8 by 1 inch is an 8-footer. So I'm gonna cut it and to put on the other side there to get a rack mount. So these are 3.8 open circuit at 4 point something amps. I'll put the description on the information in the description below. And I end up buying a stainless steel and buying some nuts. I'm buying a lock washer. So I'm gonna drill using this and this guy to drill to these holes we already have here, the provision. So it's just gonna fit right there, and trying to mount these 4 panels, which I'm thinking about adding to have maybe 8 of them. You know, I don't really want to cut the rail, or I can able to have 2 strings of these. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to build this thing for my test station, but I've done before how I build. You can build a solar panel, how to mount solar panels on unit struts. So these are how I'm gonna mount them in aluminum rail. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna set up this guy right here, and I'm gonna mark the hole. So this perpendicular to this, then I'm gonna drill. I'm gonna leave a space, gaps like this for airflow. So doing so, setting up this guy all the way to the end, there is a hole right here, so I don't have to drill anymore. Okay, now I already created some of the holes right here. Fine drill holes. I'm gonna do the same thing back to here. So set it up right here and drill. See, I already created one right there. Really fine, nice fine hole right there, and I can always increase if I want to. So this is how we set up our holes right here. Here at jwsolarusa. Stay tuned. And now everything is done. You can see all the shavings, and I'm just gonna do and cut this guy exactly to the length I want to do with the axle, and we all done. Stay tuned. Now let's see if this thing is gonna be perpendicular to the holes that we already drilled, and we're gonna mark and cut the rail. Okay. If you look at it, it's the holes are perpendicular to what we have it for. Set it for. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna mark the rail where we're gonna cut it, and we have a little bit sticking out here, out a little bit, like a half an inch or maybe a little bit of that, and we're gonna mark this guy where we're gonna cut it. So if we're gonna cut it, we're gonna cut it right from here, from there. We don't want the rail to stick out at all, so it's gonna be all the way straight. So we cut this one. We're gonna use this as a template, and that's how we're gonna do and set up the panels. Like and subscribe. Now we have an axle that we're gonna cut it right on the mark right there. Okay, now we already got it cut and the holes are already pre-drilled. Get it all done here, right there. Now you can see how both my rails gonna look like. So I already used that one as a template, and I can just mark and drill. So these are the two rails that's gonna be holding the panel like this way. So this is gonna be the mounting rails. That's how it's gonna look like. Alright, okay, stay tuned. So this is the months I've created. So I make sure I put a bolt and nut, the bolt, lock nut, lock washer, and the nut. So just to make sure it's correct and safe, I'm gonna drill this hole right here. Okay, alright, stay tuned. Oh yeah, guys, this is kind of tough. Look at that. Finally, all tools everywhere. You see, I've been working all day. It's a small keg right here, but trust me guys, there's a lot of adjustment to be done with this rack, because when you think about the difficulties are here when you go behind the frame, because there's always something back here. This sheen right here, or whatever you call it, is holding the bolt not to go. You're trying to put a nut, it's not gonna go. So that's why I end up flipping them. Some of them are upside down, some of them are upright. So this is the reason why I've created this monster. Well, this is gonna be my most portable ever built portable solar panel. So this is always gonna be nice to take places where I want to go for test. Look at this, gonna be just like one single module. So it's just gonna look like a one skinny one. This is how it looks like. Didn't you like? Ha! This is interesting. Yeah. Don't underestimate the command center of the jwsolarusa USA. We can build anything. We can make impossible things become possible. So this is what we have built. So if you look at that now, it's 4 modules, and here we have the groove, the space for air and water to go through. So this is what it is, and this is what we have done.